Hello. Thank you for joining the webinar on the Planning and Implementation Guide for 2013 Second Chance Act Grantees. My name is Elizabeth Siegel, and I'm the Policy Analyst at the Council of State Governments Justice Center. I'd like to briefly talk through a couple of items about how the webinar is going to work. Anytime during this webinar, you can ask a question by typing it into the Q&A panel on the bottom right-hand portion of your screen. We'll keep a running list of the content-related questions that we receive and then respond to the questions during the last segment of the webinar. We'll do our best to get through as many questions as possible. There's a great deal of content to cover in this presentation, so that said, the main presentation will last an hour. If you can stay online to hear some of the commonly asked questions by grantees and have an opportunity to address your own questions, that would be appreciated. But we do recognize that some of you will need to drop off at 3 o'clock, and that's okay. If we're unable to address your specific question today, please don't hesitate to contact your Justice Center Technical Assistance Coordinator directly by phone or email. If you encounter technical or audio problems during this webinar, please call WebEx Technical Support at 1-866-229-3239. Please understand that there are some technical issues you may not be able to resolve. For this reason, we're recording this event, and we'll post it on our website at www.csgjusticeCenter.org/NRC. We should have the webinar online recording posted early next week, and once it's been posted, we'll email you a link of the recording. If you haven't done so already, I encourage you to sign up for our newsletter at csgjusticeCenter.org/subscribe. I'll now turn to Josh Weber, Director of the Juvenile Justice Program at the Council of State Governments Justice Center. Thanks, Josh.
Thank you, Liz, and thank you, everyone, for joining us this afternoon. I'm going to quickly walk through the structure of the webinar and then take a little bit of time to talk about what we're hoping to accomplish. So first, we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about how we developed this Planning and Implementation Guide and how we hope that it's used. Second, we'll review rather quickly the Section 1 and Section 2 of the guide and the accompanying checklist. By necessity, we're going to have to cover the information and the research contained in those sections rather briefly. And so one of the things that we're going to encourage all of you to do subsequent to this webinar is to connect with your technical assistance coordinators to learn more about the extensive research that we're covering. Third is we have the opportunity to hear from 2 previous planning grantees about their experience with the Planning and Implementation Guide to give you some concrete insights from practice about the benefits of the guide. And then we'll talk a little bit about the next steps moving forward for